Alright, what's going on, my peoples? Boy, BX Brother 718 underscore TV live with Madden NFL 20. Go ahead and do some online head to head, some ranked online head to head. Looking to rack up these wins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Got a baseline. Gotta remember that shit.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 50.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 34. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Rip left. Check.
On 1st down, Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Yeah, he's trying so
football.
hard to fuck with the
Good
connection,
blocking,
man.
beats good tackling on that play.
That's for a friendly
and
quit for all that,
touchdown.
man.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set. 19. Right there. 40's Mike. Silver.
They begin with a run by Miller. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey. 4 down.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 69 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Mark 55.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson finds Roberts left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's good for 28 yards. And Jackson throwing once more, buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. From the gun on third down, Jackson letting one go deep for the end. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down now, it's Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. 19. Mike 40, Mike 40. He don't know no better.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run. It's Miller, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Lamar Miller stops short of the sticks, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 4-1, Mike. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. On the ball. 41's got
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
He's crashing.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. This is Miller. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Good track.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big, but a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the counter, Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just have nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it'll be second down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 44 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Miller, 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, it's Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They'll try the air now with Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
On third down, Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
What's the run? Hey, they're running, man.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, all square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check, check,
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Watson with a give to Miller. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. To Sean Gibson, give him the sack on the safety blitz. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. DJ Reader there on the tackle. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes
Yo,
left.
Fat, what's going on? Yeah, I'm winning. I'm up 3 right now. This dude with this weird ass
so it's Raven football
offense
here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 39, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Back to you. Check. Crunch.
Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I need to get a sack here, though, so he can get out of field goal range.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to
I'm
have
definitely
a splash
hoping.
play in there as well.
And he's running the same thing, so.
Let's go now. 43. Check 41. I got you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Man open left side is Brown.
Oh, my God. I had him. He didn't even dive. Nah, he's doing runs, and he's, like, if he passes, he likes to take off with Lamar Jackson. So that's why I'm trying to keep the pressure on him, so he doesn't have time to even think about doing that.
And that one covered beautifully.
So it looks like we're gonna end up going in the
They'll stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the
sudden death
of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Yep, I'm definitely going with this one.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an
yeah, I know,
20
right?
seconds left to go.
All right, here we go. This is big here. I'm gonna need this here. I'm gonna trust this couple 4 quarters.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Check nickel. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Stay open.
Throwing now is Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid.
Told you that's what he wants to do right there. But that's where he messed up at.
Such a threat with those legs.
He's so scared to throw the ball.
And get the first.
We played to win.
Well, partner, still a head scratcher to me how this one
Good game, baby. Good game.
I just thought,
So far, I got 2-0 right now since I started on tonight.
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. You know, we've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to
Thank
take
you, man.
the
Thank
emotion
you.
out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right?
2-14. I don't know who to rock with this time. You know what? I'm gonna rock with my Steelers. Second favorite team. Come on, baby. That's an easy question, man. My New York Giants. I definitely want them to win the Super Bowl, man. Need to get that 5th ring. How about you, Feta?
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in
Here we go,
Pittsburgh,
going up
PA.
against these Cowboys.
This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up. And
Hey, Savage, man. Thanks for that follow, man.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Definitely appreciate
and
that.
No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Lift every voice and sing. Fun ring.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A tough run by
Okay, I can respect
Elliott,
that.
The 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
I could definitely respect that.
You saw plenty of those runs because I know.
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm maintaining, man. Just trying to get some wins here.
Defenses, those exact type of runs.
Oh, that's what you want to do.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. This is Elliott.
There we go. Let's go.
A couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run.
You get 5,000. How much you put up 5,000?
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
I'm Savage. Yeah, we definitely could play sometime, man. I don't mind.
Defensive player.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Okay, that's what's up. Same here. I'm usually on every day, too, as well.
2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They run with Conner. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Let me see something real quick. Ooh, nobody got the speed. Edmund got the speed, 84, 90. Man. All right.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What are you playing? You playing Mutt?
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
A hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed
You was
fast.
killing their ankles, man. What, you was taking off with them?
What 30? 55. Switch. Big dash. Come. Check, double. Big dash. Shoot. Wide. Get wide.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Counter. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down
Connor.
on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
Yo, do you stream? I would have definitely liked to see that shit.
Means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Roethlisberger will hand to Counter, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Mike 5-4.
On second down, Counter looking for space. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
What system you play on?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Yeah, I have both
Big
too,
Vince
so
Williams who made the tackle.
if you play on the Xbox.
When we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers.
Yeah, you can stream right from the console
it was
though.
a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities
If you really
here on
wanted to.
second down.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Kill. Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. 26 Mike. I'm coming.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Nice.
Cooper's got it. Cooper fast.
Nice.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. On first and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Okay, copy that, copy that. I get that. Yeah, I'm on All Madden too as well. Well, my league is on All Madden.
I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Prescott yet again. That is caught.
You know what? I accidentally ran commit on that one.
Amari Cooper there to make the grab as they are now on the
Yeah, I hate when they play me like that. I was right in front of that ball too for interception. Yeah, look, if I could have got that, I'd have been good. I would have made that mistake this last time here. Hey, Savage, I play on the PlayStation 4.
7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
These two, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Black and turn.
From the 31, Roethlisberger.
Way to hold on to that ball, man. Way to hold on to it. Not so much for me. It doesn't bother me now.
I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school.
All right, cool, man. I'll definitely keep you posted on that, Savage. Just definitely pop in the stream. Especially when you see me loaded up ASAP.
When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now. Block 80! 48 right now. Let's go. I'm show that bench release and go. I'm coming out. Hey, wahoo! 48 to Mike. Black, what's that?
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there
really?
by James Washington.
Oh, come on, man. Fucking EA, man. This ain't shit you can do about it. Nah, this is the only EA game I play.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead,
and I covered the ball up, too.
The other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
55 to Mike. 3 buzz. 55 Mike, guys. 55.
Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught at the 20.
Let's go, man. That's why you don't give up, man.
Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Yeah, he don't like that one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie up the game as we approach
Hey, Feta, I tried, though, with him, though. I wasn't going to give up, man, just because it was Ben. Even though he smoked his shoes.
As he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
50, Mike, 50. We're going to 50 for 1-8.
To throw is Prescott.
Where's my seam route right there? Come on.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Score. Yeah. On your team.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
I played this dude before, Alpha Wolf 715. Now that I'm thinking about it. Played that dude.
Now Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
I think I could, as long as Madden don't do no dumb shit.
Ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander
He
Esch
seen that
wreaking
one.
havoc
That's
with a
oh,
sack.
okay. I see why.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust? To
Nothing on that
there?
one.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Like 80. Right now, let's go. Hey, here we go.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Black 20. Black 54. Black 54. Watch the pass. 22, 44. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
Oh my God.
Well, let's have some
I don't know how I got
fun while we
stuck
have
in
a
there in the
minute
first
here.
place.
Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it.
Yo, Tristan, what's going on, bro?
Have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon.
Guys, man, complete. There
Knew he
he
was
goes.
going there.
Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mistakes. I can't make the mistakes, though. I'm driving the ball up the field, and I'm making the mistakes.
As his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is
He's supposed to pick up that block.
And everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Squirrel! Hey, Echo!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington.
Oh, that's Washington. That's not even Juju.
Nice job defensively
No
on
way.
what will be the final play of
Going
the
for
third
this.
quarter.
I thought that was Juju.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check alert. Hey, zoom. Back. Tight dog. Hey, I got him. On me.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over.
Big Ben, you overthrew him, you fucking chump. That hurt.
A first down carry by Elliott. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Maher is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
No.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to counter. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line.
Yeah, I play 2K. I'm done with it now, though.
6 yards was the
Being that the year is over with, waiting for that 20 to come out.
Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on.
Wow, Andrew Luck is retiring.
Score game now.
That's crazy.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard
Yeah, I made some mistakes, man. You should have never left me alone, bro. Left me alone, man. I had to fight this out myself, man.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use him as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Oh, he's smart.
Another running situation on
He's
the
smart.
doorstep as
Good shit, man. Good shit. Hey, man, I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back and get some water. We got lucky on this one, man.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.
He said R.I.P. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was over here looking at my phone, man, trying to find some update on Andrew Luck's retirement. He said, "Oh my God."
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California.
Oh, the connection. All right. Wonder if they gave me a win for that. Ah, they sure did. 22-15. We'll take it. We will take it. Hey, did you see the news on Andrew Luck, though, retiring? Was you able to find out any reasons on why he's retiring? I couldn't find an article on it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get
let's
set
see if
to
we can
match
repeat
up
this.
with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not repeat, but rebound.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Like 20. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 9, check 9. 25, check 20.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger.
Good hit. There we go.
And his first pass is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Easy, easy. Bravo. 4-1 Mike. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yo, he
Good
took
effort there,
off with
trying
this
to take
dude,
a
man.
shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, my
Well, that
God.
certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
He's going to go for it.
Because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum
maybe
right
not.
away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Jones on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Oh, my God. Come on. No, that's definitely a fact. He definitely is a smart player. Unlike some of these other guys. Sometimes I play dumb too and don't go for it when I know I need to.
Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 19. Eat. Here we go. Watch the ship.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Miller.
That was a nice way to run that. I like that.
30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this one for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, 30 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Both sides of the football.
0-16.
You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down.
I've never even paid attention to that, man.
They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, "Listen, we're just going to stop."
I have no idea.
We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next
Hey, is it because what the Giants did to them when they went 16-0?
Imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
He said, "Bye, dude."
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out.
We'll take it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set. 19. I'm here all day.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller.
Ooh, what defense is that? That was dope.
At the 20 after
Cover
a gain
3
of
match.
just one. Demario Davis there
try it
on the
again.
stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Sponge. No.
Miller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
I'm going to run you over. Mike's 47.
On 2nd and 12. Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check back 47. Hey, watch the leg. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Turn it up.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
46, 46. Hey, 41, Mike. Kill, kill. Here we go, here we go. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Breeze now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones sixth.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Miller. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Miller. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
Hey, what's up, Texas? I was trying to find out details on that, on why he retired. I'm assuming it's, I don't know, previous injuries or something like that he suffered before. But I think it's unfortunate, man, for
from the gun on third, Watson. He's got the completion
for the Colts, man.
And he picks up the first.
You know that was their franchise, so.
29. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
Check, 47. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. Miller might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Yeah, baby.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On second down now, it's Miller. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. He's coming out. He's coming, double up.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Hey, you
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my God.
Picked up by Eli Apple. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What was the other fucking play?
Lutz will look to add the extra point.
Shit, I forgot.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Miller. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Watson looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check safety, check safety. At 55. Check 26, check 26. Watch that. Motion.
Throwing again is Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Miller, the lone setback. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Watch twist. Slam. Check 3. Check. Crunch.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Single. I got 83. Hey, we got to snap it.
Here's Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
All right. I'm giving this one here.
Touchdown grab. And the Saints able
and I'm going to
stretch
take me a
that
little
lead
break.
out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The end result, 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Set. 26. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Switch. Alert flare.
On 1st down, Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch the twist.
Watson now throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Touchdown, Texans. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do. Maybe you also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Back now in Houston, it's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Ready.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
Ready? You ready? Kill, kill, kill.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space. Maybe
rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. Boy, you talk about not playing safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On second and 11 now. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Draw play. This is Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, check, boys. Another time now. Check, 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 check. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Now on second and 13. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Carter, 33 yards. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready.
From midfield, here's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Squeeze, down the middle. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Forward. Alert.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
56.
They'll run it again with Miller. Shreds the tackle and able to get it across the 20 before they get to.
All right, I'm out of here, man. Go take a quick break.
Going into the final play
I'll catch you guys in a little bit, man. Peace.
They needed some type of